What's up, Info Squad? Flash One Day here, about to react to everything that happened in 2008 WWE Women's Division. This is requested by two people, Kamisha Harris and Jane Patterson. Shout out to both of you guys, both of you gals, for requesting this reaction video. Y'all know I don't like to do too much talking in the beginning of my videos, so y'all know what I'm saying. Let's just vibe.
From the debut of some of the biggest names in the WWE Women's history to the legendary I Quit match and the introduction of the Divas Championship. This is everything that happened in 2008 WWE Women's
That shirt is fire.
Welcome to Drink About. This is DS and Who Said. 2015 is when Women's Evolution started, because today we're going to talk about everything that happened in 2008 WWE Women's Division. And this is a really interesting year because we've seen the debut of some of the biggest names in the women's wrestling histories. We've also seen some of the rising stars take that spotlight. You know, WWE likes to tell the story of how Women's Division died when Trish and Lita retired, but the fire is here, the talent is here, and the matches were there too. So we're going to talk all about the amazing things that happened in this year. So let's start with Raw first.
I am the Glamazon, the most beautiful and talented diva to ever step foot in this ring.
2008 starts with the Glamazon as the WWE Women's Champion. She's got that iron grip on the throne.
The Glamazon.
Her main rival at this time was Mickie James, even though Glamazon continues to be her week after week, which results in Mickie James being very, very frustrated.
I feel like I can't beat her, and I don't know what to do.
Oh,
honey,
you're so sad. But Women's Championship who? Because it's time for the Playboy push. The early 2008's main storyline revolves around the Playboy cover, not the Women's Championship. And we see the formal Playboy cover girl and Diva Search winner Ashley Massaro return to WWE to compete in a lingerie
that woman's skinny. She is skinny.
Her brief hiatus was to compete in the Survivor, by the way. At Royal Rumble, Ashley lets Maria Kanellis know that Hugh Hefner wants Maria to pose for Playboy.
Do you guys really want to see me pose for Playboy?
Maria's then on-screen boyfriend, Santino Marella, quickly interrupts Ashley to show his disapproval of this idea.
The answer is no!
And this mess of a segment ends with Ashley beating this oily, naked dancer with cocks in her hand. And no way out, we see Maria Kanellis attend a Playboy party to ask Hugh Hefner if she'd be a good
y'all is
Playboy.
wild.
And
Y'all is
What do
wild.
you want? Are you only gonna get?
Santino make an ultimatum saying that she needs to beat Beth Phoenix to pose for Playboy. By the way, Beth looked amazing this time. So here's a pop quiz. Who comes out to help Maria Kanellis pose for Playboy here?
Who? Who came out? Who?
And the answer is GoDaddy Candice Michelle. Yeah, during this match, another formal Playboy girl, Candice Michelle, returns to distract Beth and help Maria pose for Playboy, and this sets up the Bunny Mania Tag Team match with Snoop Dogg as the Master of Ceremony.
Hold the heck on. My boy Snoop Dogg is everywhere. Like, dang, he was involved with Raw. This is crazy.
Playboy cover reveal, but what was really sabotaged was Candice's big WrestleMania return, because she re-injures her left collarbone in her first match back. Ashley then fills in for Candice to make sure that everything goes smoothly at WrestleMania, but during the match at WrestleMania, lights go off for almost half of the match. And poor Maria not only loses the match, but she makes out with Sasha Banks' cousin.
Typical Playboy cover girl.
There's a silver lining for Maria because she defeats Santino in anything goes match as the divas come out to beat up the misogynist.
WWE Divas should not even be competing. They should be at home.
Though they should really check them more to prevent that freaking Miss WrestleMania shit from happening.
My name is Santino.
That was coming for you.
Playboy cover girls. We saw formal Playboy cover girls retire in 2008. Who are they?
Who are they?
And the answer is Tori Wilson and Ashley Massaro. So now,
y'all comment right now for those questions and the rest of the questions that's going to be going on in this video. Comment if y'all got the answers, all the answers right. If you did, you really know your stuff. Shout out to you.
Hall of Famer Tori Wilson was released from WWE contract in May of 2008 after suffering from a back injury, and then she subsequently announced her retirement. And Ashley Massaro was released in July as she asked the company to be released because she wanted to take care of her daughter who was sick at the time. Now, unfortunately, the Playboy push quickly ends when Beth Phoenix squashes Maria at the start of April, and Mickie James is back in the spotlight. And here, Mickie James picks up a surprise surprise win from Beth Phoenix, taking the WWE Women's Championship in London. Oh, the emotion.
I knew it! I knew I could beat her, I swear!
Whoa!
First time the WWE Women's title changed hands in a televised match overseas. But fun fact, Mickie James, I guess, loves Europe because in 2007, Mickie James picked up a random championship win in Paris. A week after, babyface divas of all three brands threw Mickie a big celebration.
Everyone said she was unstoppable, but last week, I proved everyone wrong.
And Beth
Period.
the fellow divas to confront her.
Listening to this pathetic love fest prompted us to come out here and break up your little party.
And here, Michelle McCool interrupts out of nowhere.
This is a slap in the face.
Sticking out for Mickie. We'll talk about her character development a little bit in the SmackDown section.
These women
but
are
here,
savage.
Comes off real strong. After this confrontation, Team Mickie James faces Team Beth Phoenix in a 12 Diva Tag Team match. Where
Yo, they
Beth
look
Phoenix picked
mad
up the win,
strong.
Pinning Ashley Massaro. But this win eventually doesn't really mean much because Mickie James win the rematch the night after Backlash by pinning Jillian Hall on Raw. Beth then has the WWE Women's Championship match against Mickie James in a Lumberjill match, but Beth loses to Mickie after Melina accidentally hits Beth with her boot. This jumpstarts the legendary feud between Beth Phoenix, the Glamazon, and Melina. Beth gets petty and leaves.
Was it really an accident?
Match, and then the two get in a crazy backstage fight. My favorite one since Trish and Lita's right before WrestleMania 18.
Yo, they is
scrapping.
scrapping.
The third will, Melina and Beth Phoenix compete in a triple threat women's championship match.
Oh, that was tight.
Here we see the intense double backbreaker swap from Beth, but Mickie ultimately wins by pinning Melina. Beth and Melina's feud continue until One Night Stand, where the two compete in a legendary I Quit match. Damn, this match was so good. Beth defeats Melina in this match, but their feud continues with Melina showing all the best transitions from heel to babyface.
Ooh, I know. I just know her back was hurting that night. I just know. Ooh. Baby, some of these positions that they be in, honey, I'm just like, how? How is this possible?
The emotion she showed. The feud, however, is cut short as Melina injures her ankle during a tag match against Natalya and Victoria. So what happens to the women's champion Mickie James? Since basically ending the storyline with Beth by defeating her in a non-title match, she doesn't do much for a while. Poor Mickie lives in the spotlight even as a champion.
Ooh,
but
she
does
is
keep herself busy involving herself with John
Look at John Cena.
in a romance storyline where things get pretty sexy.
Ooh.
No way!
But this angle gets randomly dropped. But no time to cry over romance. Mickie James gets into a storyline with the newcomer Katie Lee Burchill. Katie Lee shocks the WWE Universe in more than one way.
If John Cena came out with me and my brother, he'd be having a lot more than just a little fun.
As her in-ring debut is in an intergender action, she teams her with
I'ma
her brother
sip my
to be
tea
in
on
matches
that.
against men and win them. She then moves her interest from her brother to the championship. After beating Mickie James multiple times, she challenges Mickie James at Night of Champions, where Mickie successfully defends her title. Their feud continues as Katie Lee attacks Mickie in front of Mickie's father in the audience, and Mickie, who's suddenly not dating John Cena anymore, looks for a new male partner to even out the Burchill couple. Wait, no, siblings. The Burchill siblings. So here's a quiz. Who is Mickie James' new male partner?
Who is it? Who she
It is
choose?
the WWE Intercontinental Champion Kofi Kingston. This feud between
I remember Kofi Kingston.
Katie Lee in another women's championship match, but there was another power couple waiting for the cup of Kofi.
I remember him.
It's a newly partner of Beth Phoenix and Santino
Well,
Marella.
dang.
So how did this romance start? The start of Glamourella is when Beth Phoenix defeated Santino in an open challenge. Beth then sets her eyes on Santino until they kiss.
It's toxic than a mug. Just 5 seconds ago, ma'am, you was just slamming this man and you just beat this man. Now you're looking at him with the googly eyes and y'all kissing in the middle of the ring. This is toxic than a mug. I like it though. Keep it going.
And
Wow.
Mickie James and Kofi Kingston for the intergender winner-takes-all tag team match for the Women's Championship and Intercontinental Championship at
Kofi
SummerSlam.
Kingston.
And at SummerSlam, Beth picks up the win for both her and Santino with the huge Glam Slam. Are the Glamorella happily ever after? Well, kind of, but they do have turbulences like any other couple. For
Of
example,
course.
Beth beats up Santino after she loses to Kelly due to his distraction. She was also bleeding from this match. But Beth's love for Santino is
beating
made
up her
clear when
man.
she's the spine buster for standing up for her man. Santino also continues to love Beth Phoenix, even after that awkward attack on a dude from Jackass. Back to the championship story. Candice Michelle returns from an injury and defeats the champion in a tag match with a roll-up. My favorite interaction between the two is when Beth Phoenix awkwardly just like follows Candice Michelle during her entrance. So bizarre. Beth Phoenix ultimately
Girl,
defeats
she
Candice
watching.
Michelle with the Glam Slam at No Mercy, wrapping up this storyline. Or can be wrapping up this storyline. So here's the weird thing about 2008. For some reason, Jamie Noble got highly involved with several divas throughout the year.
We can be Raw's power couple.
He tries for weeks to win Layla's heart, but Layla chooses William Regal instead of Jamie. And then Regal beats him up for weeks. Then Mickie James somehow feels really sympathetic and tries to help Jamie Noble pick up the win from Burchill siblings, but then they lose to Glamorella again. And then they were supposed to face William Regal and Layla, like that makes the storyline sense. But what happened is at Cyber Sunday, they didn't get enough votes, so they couldn't have the match in the pay-per-view. Yeah, so the year has been kind of hit and miss with Mickie James, but she did prove that the crowd is still in love, no, obsessed for Mickie James.
Not her coming out with a
Halloween costume contest 2 years in a row. After beating Candice Michelle, Beth Phoenix
Now the kick to the
the Women's
face.
Championship, she also defeats 2008 Hall of Famer Mae Young in a 16-woman tag match. In a Survivor Series, Beth Phoenix leads the Team Raw to victory when she became the sole survivor. Although I have to say, the MVP of this match is probably Maryse, and we're going to talk about her, the rise of Maryse in the SmackDown. After Survivor Series, Melina comes back with the whole new fashion, losing the fur boots. This starts her feud with Beth Phoenix, but this time Melina as a full-fledged babyface. She even gets into a split battle with Santino Marella.
Sir, you had one job. One job. This man can't catch a break for nothing. He getting beat up by his girlfriend every 5 seconds, beat up by other women, honey. And now he done beat himself up trying to do the splits. Po baby.
And when Melina Slammy goes to Beth, Melina attacks her. In the last Raw episode of the year, we see Melina become the #1 contender, win the Divas Battle Royale. So here's the twist. When Melina made her return to WWE, this diva debuts that night.
Yo, them splits? Okay.
The answer is Rosa Mendes. Rosa debuts as a super fan of Beth Phoenix, and we see them interact more and more as weeks pass by.
Yo.
Now, let's not forget about one diva that was really growing
Wow.
in 2008, and that is Kelly Kelly. She's been slowly being pushed on Raw throughout the year as she picks up big wins after big wins, and we also see her get
Okay, Kelly
involved
Kelly.
in angles with likes of Batista
We see.
and Crime Time. And at the end of the year, we see Kane abduct Kelly Kelly after presenting the couple's awards together at Slammy, but this weird love storyline does have silver lining. When Kelly Kelly abruptly leaves one Raw episode where she was supposed to tag with John Cena, Cena surprises everyone by Trish Stratus to fill in for Kelly Kelly in the main event of Raw. This was in Trish's hometown, Toronto.
Hey,
and
yo,
Marina
hey,
she
yo.
retired 2 years.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this. John Cena, he was my favorite when I was growing up. It was something about John that I was just like, John Cena, John Cena, John Cena, John Cena, John Cena. Yeah, he was the one back in the day. He was the one.
Before. By the way, if you're enjoying this video, you might also like this t-shirt, WWE Women's Division
What
periodic
promoted
table.
theme?
So we have everyone from Mae Young to Bianca Belair, EST. If you can really name everyone in this periodic table, you are definitely the master of WWE Women's history. So check it out in our Teespring down below here. Alright, so that was Raw, and let's move to SmackDown. We begin the year with the most divas being part of men's storyline. Cherry is managing Deuce and Domino. Maryse comes back flirting with Teddy Long.
Well, how do I look?
And Michelle McCool is in a three-way relationship with Chuck Palumbo and Jamie Noble. See, I told you.
Oh, she had two of them.
But yeah, this three-way storyline.
Okay.
She gets even taken out with a stretcher.
Despicable is a word that comes to my mind.
But she does show a lot of promise in the ring, debuting the new finisher Wings of Love.
Yo, she got some mad strength.
Michelle McCool eventually gets rid of both men in her life. Or more like they leave her be when the storyline fizzles out after Chuck ultimately defeats Jamie Noble and Jamie Noble dumps Michelle McCool.
It's time to let you off the hook and Jamie Noble to recast Michelle.
I know you
After
freaking
that, WWE
lying.
starts this weird 4-week contest.
You just end up
to find
like
the
that.
top diva of SmackDown with Eve Torres, Cherry, Maurice, Victoria, and Michelle McCool as a competitor. After the swimsuit contest, boot camp, arm wrestling, and wet and wild water match, Maurice, Victoria, Eve Torres are eliminated from the audience votes, and in finals, Michelle McCool win the contest. So here's a quiz. What did Michelle McCool win for winning this contest?
What did she win, y'all? What she win?
The answer is a motorcycle. So she never forgets about all those
Vroom, vroom.
cycling around with Chuck Palumbo, her ex. This win prompts Victoria
The number one diva on SmackDown.
to bring out the debuting Natalia to attack both
Okay.
Michelle and Cherry.
Ring a bell? Neidhart?
She does debut with her now signature blonde hair, but she later dyes it red, allegedly to differentiate herself from Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, baby.
The heels of SmackDown, Victoria, Natty, and Maurice then feud with Cherry and Michelle, and in this process, Maurice gets Deuce and Domino to dump Cherry and replace her as the new manager of the team. And we see Cherry and Maurice feud for
Yo, she smacked the mess out of her.
a bit where there isn't a decisive winner.
This is crazy.
In June, SmackDown General Manager Vicky Guerrero announces the introduction of Divas Championship, and we get two Golden Dream matches to decide the two challengers for the title. And Natalia and Michelle McCool win the matches to set up the first Divas Championship match. And at the Great American Bash, Michelle McCool wins the WWE Divas Championship, becoming the first ever champion for this title. In the meantime, the GM, Vicky Guerrero, is busy preparing for her wedding, and she brings in Alicia
I remember
Fox
Vicky.
as the
Oh
wedding
my gosh,
planner.
Vicky was annoying.
Fox, she's our wedding planner.
But here's a quiz. Which SmackDown diva catches the bouquet that Vicky throws?
Who did it? Who
The
did it?
answer is Cherry. During her pre-wedding celebration, Vicky throws a bouquet when Cherry catches it, and then she competes with Cherry in her last singles match in WWE as she was later released from her WWE contract in August. The wedding goes sour, by the way, when Triple H exposes Edge for cheating on Vicky with Alicia Fox. Since the crowning of the Divas champion, we see Divas action really get invigorated.
Still her man.
We have Maria Kanellis get drafted to SmackDown and the Brie Bella debut. And during this time, Maurice really starts to grow as a top heel of SmackDown, as she continues to be absolutely unbearable backstage to everyone.
You're not the diva. You're a dog. Jealousy is so ugly. Your outfits.
Oh,
I love
so
going
she
to
was
the
giving
ring
Mean
with
Girl
this,
vibes.
don't you? The material looked really cheap. The construction, really sloppy.
After defeating Maria Kanellis in the match, she gets a chance to challenge Michelle McCool for the Divas Championship at Unforgiven. Maurice, however, loses to Michelle McCool at Unforgiven. And on SmackDown a couple weeks after.
That was dope. That's crazy.
Maurice continues to feud with Michelle McCool, even interfering in the now infamous Champion vs. Champion match, and helped Beth Phoenix defeat McCool. And we all remember the Glam Slam that happened this night.
I commend y'all.
With her magical power.
This is a tough job, for sure.
Do you think maybe you can make me something for the ring? Could you make me an extra exactly the same? Girl can't have too many outfits. Oh, Miss Fashion Designer.
I guess Maria's gimmick then was that she's a designer.
But you know what? We don't keep secrets around here, Brie. No secrets.
And on November 7th, after 2 months of teasing and defeating poor Victoria, Nikki Bella officially debuts from beneath the ring.
Not coming from underneath the thing.
Now, it's finally time for Michelle I'm Loving Life McCool's heel turn. When Maria wins the Divas Las Vegas pole match to
that's
the
dope.
World Contendership match, Michelle starts to slowly show her real color. She first treats Maria like she's not a threat,
It's the squeeze of the cheeks for me.
and then gets more and more annoyed when Maria leading up to the Divas Championship match.
We're gonna talk about this right now. You've got to learn to focus. She's a good friend of mine, but she's missing a little bit upstairs, if you know what I mean.
Before their championship match
Chill
in the
out.
Survivor Series, and this was the first time we had a Raw vs. SmackDown 5-on-5 elimination match with Michelle as a captain of SmackDown. In this match, Michelle gets eliminated early by Mickie James after fighting with Maryse.
I know you are. Weren't they on the same team? Am I missing something? Weren't they on the same team? You did that to your old partner?
And then she eats Mickey DT, gets eliminated. The real standout from the match, as I've already told you, is Maryse. She really gives Beth Phoenix a big fight, and she becomes the sole survivor from the SmackDown side. But of course, she loses to Beth Phoenix for the Glam Slam. Shortly after Survivor Series on SmackDown, Maria finally gets her shot at the Divas Championship. Michelle McCool, though, defeats Maria with an ankle lock.
Got that
and
ankle.
let her go even after the bell ring. Her heel turn continues as she fights with the Bella Twins and Maria Kanellis when she loses to Maryse in a tag match. A week after, she loses to Maria in a singles match, and then she attacks Maria backstage. Armageddon 2008, during an 8 Diva Santa's Little Hellware match, Michelle blind tags in and pins Jillian Hall to win. Here's a quiz. What move did Michelle McCool use to win this match at Armageddon?
What move did she use? It probably was something crazy. They got this crazy move
She had
going.
to change her finisher because the Wings of Love was banned, so she debuted the Sing Breaker. Even though we now see Mandy Rose use Wings of Love, how times have changed. SmackDown then sees a #1 contendership match between Maria Kanellis and Maryse, where Maryse wins. The week after, we're treated with the Divas Championship match with the special guest referee, Maria Kanellis. Michelle warns Maria to not mess things up.
Please don't mess this one up for me. I highly advise against it.
But Maryse wins the Divas Championship from Michelle McCool anyway.
Period. Distraction.
And Michelle completely loses it, brutally attacking Maria after.
Ooh, that ain't her fault. It ain't her fault.
Sharing going on, we did see the brief feud between Kelly and the team of Lena Yada and Layla. Here we see the best body swimsuit contest on ECW's HD debut and a dance-off, which were
Not
all won
swimsuit
by
contest.
Kelly. They also bring in SmackDown divas like Victoria and Michelle McCool to further the feud. Yeah, so this is basically the only women's feud in ECW until like May.
Tiffany! Hey, Mr. Good looking gorgeous.
In June, Tiffany makes her debut as assistant general manager under Teddy Long, and Alicia Fox moves to ECW after ruining Edge and Vicky's wedding, teaming up with DJ Gabriel. Well, there you go. That is everything that happened in 2008. Thank you everyone for tuning in for this video. You can find me.
Yo, this was crazy. I think this was crazier than the first one I reacted to. Like, the first one had me like, ooh, but this one really had me like, ooh, they was a lot more dirty. Like, they was stabbing each other in the back, no? Like, people, boom, boom, boom. Everybody hurting themselves, twisted ankles, and hurt backs and stuff. Like, they was wilding. They was wilding in this one, y'all. But I really enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys enjoyed this reaction video, give this video a big thumbs up. Press that subscribe button if you guys haven't already. Make sure that post notification bell is all the way on because you don't want to miss when I post. Also, if you guys want to check out the original video, the video link will be in the description down below. And comment any suggestions, requests, concerns, anything in the comment section down below. I read all my comments. Until next time, FM Squad, we out.